Okay, so we do have Barcelona versus PSG at home. We have Chelsea versus Barcelona away from home. Barcelona versus Frankfurt from home. But I don't know what this Brujas versus FC Barcelona away from home. Then we have Barcelona versus Olympiacos from home, Slavia Praha away from home, Barcelona Copenhagen home, Newcastle Barcelona away from home. So very interesting tie, very interesting, because I'm not going to lie, for the first time in Champions League history, for the first time, I'm actually okay with this draw. I have no complaints. It's not like Barcelona is going to be facing City or Liverpool or Real Madrid or Bayern very early in the group stages. No, we have a very decent group, in my opinion. I believe that, bro, if we can freaking go into the second place from last season, knowing that we had to face Bayern Munich and other teams, that was way tougher, by the way, we can definitely end up in first place with these group of teams. We can for sure beat Chelsea. We can not for sure beat PSG, but I would say that the only real threat here is PSG. Newcastle, maybe. Newcastle is a team that is just annoying. Like, they're just there because they just want to be there, and like, we're gonna have to worry about Isaac. So Araujo, Kubarsi, be very careful about Isaac. He's also a player that Barcelona wanted, but in the end, this is going to be our group. And the fact that Dembele and Luis Enrique are gonna be returning and coming back to, I don't know if it's going to be the Spotify Camp Nou. I don't know if it's going to be Montjuic. I don't know if it's gonna be Johan Cruyff Stadium. Who knows? I have no idea what's considered a home at this point. I have no idea. I don't know where we're going to be playing. All I know is that there's going to be vibes, and all I know is that Dembele and Luis Enrique are going to be saying, we defeated you guys before, which was like a year and a half ago. We can defeat you guys again. They're going to bring the annoyance. And the reason why I just find it a little annoying, because I remember that day when Luis Enrique was going through that halftime talk, and he was saying that, oh yeah, Barcelona's like, I think he was like Elche, like he was trying to compare us to a lower division side in La Liga based off how we defend and stuff like that. Like, bro, I don't think so. I think that the fact that there was only like a 2 or 3 goal margin, like, do not compare us to like a lower division club in La Liga. It could have been like, if you really thought that we were that low, there would have been like a 5 to 6 goal margin. No, I think that we fought well. 3-2, right, in one of the legs is really not that bad. So get out of here. So that's the first thing. I'm very much excited to see this match. Honestly, I wanted to see PSG versus Barcelona, not for a knockout round or like in a league like phase, like what we're going to be doing here, but I wanted to see them like in a final. I wanted to see these two teams face in the Champions League final. This is the game that we should have gotten in the final of the Champions League last season, but no, we got Inter Milan versus PSG. Inter thought that they were so amazing going up against Barca. We're like, yeah, bro, we scored 6 or we scored 5 goals, like we're the best, only to get clapped by PSG in the final. They got clapped. It's annoying. But so thank God Barcelona don't have to face Inter Milan either. PSG is the only one. Dembele is gonna come out there as always with his agenda to say, I am the best freaking winger in the world and Lamine Yamal has nothing on me. It's gonna be fascinating to see that duel between Yamal and Dembele, because I honestly think that for the first time in a very long time, Barcelona will destroy PSG. Okay, I'm going to say that out here. Barcelona will destroy PSG. And I believe that Yamal is going to be the focal point of Barcelona's attack and really try to prove a point, right? I think that we see a very different Barcelona that seems much more dynamic. I understand that we lost some players, but I think that overall, it can only go up from here, because Yamal, Rafinha, Lewandowski, who was our number 10 last season? You could say Olmo, Gavi, you could say whoever, Pedri, whatever, Frankie de Jong. I think that they did amazing last season, and their chemistry has only gotten stronger. We have seen the past 2 matches, and they look very much like in sync with one another. So I'm going to go ahead and say that Barcelona beat PSG 3-1. 3-1. That's going to be my prediction, because Barcelona will be playing at home as well. And I don't see Hansi Flick's Barca backing down. There's no way. So that's the first thing. As for Chelsea, obviously Andreas Christensen, who has now returned from an injury, is going to be going up against his former team. I don't think there's much of a storyline there, to be honest, because Andreas Christensen did not really have that big of an impact with Chelsea. Yes, I understand that he won like a lot of trophies with Chelsea, but like, I don't think Chelsea and the fans are going to care. They're like, yeah, whatever, bro. Like, just get out of here. What else? Frankfurt, obviously we have to do some revenge. Like, Frankfurt gave us one huge headache back in 2021 or 2022. I don't remember, but like, it was under Xavi Hernandez. They knocked us out of the Europa League. We want to like score a lot of goals past them in the Champions League. So welcome back, Frankfurt. I'm happy that you guys are here. And then we have Barcelona versus Copenhagen. I would say that the storyline there is Rooney Bardi returning to face up against his former team, which is once again Copenhagen. We'll see what Rooney Bardi has to say. He knows this team. He knows the defensive weaknesses. He has been with them for a very long time. So yeah, we'll see. Bro, honestly, like I said, I like this. I like this draw. Now, what is going to be my overall prediction for these group of teams that's going to be facing against us? I expect for Barcelona to defeat every team. Every team. There is no such thing as us losing or tying a game. I expect Barcelona to win every match. And yes, even against PSG. I can't wait to see that Vitinha versus Pedri duel in the midfield. I can't wait to see Lewandowski versus whatever center backs PSG do have. There's also, PSG want to come with that agenda and say that Due or whatever his name is, Due, one of their wingers, they're saying that, oh yeah, he's better than Lamine Yamal because he scored a goal in the Champions League final, like a brace in the Champions League final. Okay, based off that type of thinking, I would also tell you that Götze is better than Cristiano Ronaldo, because Götze scored a goal in the World Cup final of 2014 and Ronaldo never scored a goal in the final. So Götze is better than Ronaldo. I'm sure that doesn't make any sense, right? It doesn't make any sense. You can't go based off that type of thinking, that type of logic. You have to look at how have things been looking like over the past few months and multiple years. Yamal is clearly the winner over here. So like, I can't wait to see that type of matchup there. But yeah, that is going to be our Champions League group. It's fascinating. Like, the one that I'm very much looking forward to is the PSG versus Barcelona. Second would be Barcelona versus Chelsea, and then everything else just falls there. Like, Newcastle might give us headaches, but we'll persevere. We're going to England. It's gonna be fun. Now, on top of this, I also want to talk about Fermin Lopez, because there has been a lot of talks about Fermin, and everybody has been saying that, Fermin is going to be leaving, that Fermin is not going to join, or he's not going to join Chelsea. There's been a lot of talks, like, what is going on right now? So Chelsea have offered Fermin Lopez 50 million euros, or FC Barcelona, they have offered Barcelona 50 million euros plus bonuses. Yesterday, Barcelona were saying that they valued Fermin at 70 million euros. Today, Barcelona are saying that if the mic sounds weird, it's because I took off the head thing, and I had to take it out. So it might sound a little rusty or whatever, but it is what it is. So Chelsea, yeah, they have offered 50 million euros plus bonuses. Barcelona are not going to say yes to that. If they valued Fermin at 70 million euros, and then they're saying today they're going to value him at 90 million euros, something happened there. Something happened within the past 24 hours that made Barcelona say, not only are we going to do 70 million euros, but we're going to up it from here. We need more than that. And in the past 24 hours, I really do think that Barcelona had a lot of proposals from different clubs, Tottenham, Chelsea, maybe some other clubs from La Liga that want Fermin Lopez. And usually when you see stuff like that happen, when you see so many clubs saying, we'll offer this, we'll offer that, the price does go up. Hence the reason why yesterday it was 70, now it's 90 million euros. So Barcelona want no less than 90 million euros for Fermin, and Chelsea have the audacity to say today that they're willing to offer 50 million euros plus bonuses. That's not going to cut it. And it's very much real. Like, there has been a meeting as well with Deco and the representatives of Fermin Lopez, and they're discussing, like, does this make sporting sense? Deco is discussing the possibilities of what would happen if Fermin leaves and we have this money. Who could we sign? How do we get better from here? Does it make sense for Fermin Lopez to go to Chelsea? Is he going to fit there? Is Chelsea going to use him well? There's a lot of questions right now. There's a lot of discussions, and that is what they mean by Fermin is studying the offers of Atletico. I keep saying Atletico Madrid. I'm just going to assume they're one of them. But that is why they're studying offers from Chelsea, from Tottenham, or whatever, because they want to really see, does this make a lot of sense? So Hansi Flick is not a fan of this whole thing, this whole operation. Flick does not want to let go of Fermin Lopez. Flick does want Fermin to stay. And you know what's kind of upsetting about this whole thing as a Barcelona fan? Hansi Flick brought us 3 trophies last season, which was La Liga, the Spanish Super Cup, and the Copa del Rey. He won us the domestic treble. And I feel bad knowing that Barcelona are rewarding Hansi Flick with losing players. They're not rewarding Hansi Flick with gaining more players, better players, improving the squad. If anything, we're making the squad worse, because we have already let go of Inigo Martinez. We have already let go of Fermin Lopez. We might let go of Fermin Lopez. And all in all, if Inigo and Fermin end up leaving, it does make our squad worse. I understand that, yeah, we signed Marcus Rashford, but he's on loan. We have Rooney Barty, another right winger. But overall, the quality that Inigo Martinez was bringing, the quality that Fermin does bring, you do take a hit. And your squad is going to be way bro, like, if Fermin leaves, the one player that's going to replace him is Dro. So that's not an upgrade. It's not. Like, I know that Dro has, he's kind of exceptional for his age and he's a big talent, but all in all, it doesn't match the level of Fermin, and you lose a lot. Fermin scored a lot of goals last season, even the season before that one. I think that we're being disrespectful to Flick If Flick is saying I am not a fan of this, I want Fermin to stay, then Barcelona should say, Fermin, forget about it. We're not even going to talk to Chelsea. You're going to stay because Hansi Flick wants you. That's it. But like, no, like all of these discussions are open. And the only thing that I see like really kind of like moving the needle here, like what's really making these conversations happen, is Fermin saying, I'm interested. I kind of like, yes, I know I love Barcelona, but I kind of want to hear what Chelsea say first. That could be the reason why the story is as big as it is today. So it's unfortunate. I don't want to lose Fermin Lopez, but at the same time, if Barcelona were to gain 90 million euros for Fermin, if Chelsea really pay up that amount of money, it's gonna hurt because I like Fermin Lopez. But here's the thing: if we get 90 million euros, Deco, Flick, please make it happen and ask for Bastoni, please. That would be my ideal signing. If we gain 90 million euros, please go for Bastoni. Yes, I think that all in all, like if you look at the macro view of this whole thing, we'll be okay in the attacking midfield position because once again, we'll have Dro, but we'll also have Dani Olmo, we'll have Gavi, we'll have Rafinha who can also play in the number 10 position. We'll have a lot of options, right? A lot of players can play there, even Frankie can play there. But I do think that this will give us the opportunity to really replenish and strengthen our defensive line because we lost Inigo Martinez, and I believe that we need another center back. Even Hansi Flick has asked for a new center back by the end of this transfer window, which ends like in about 3 or 4 days. And I think that Bastoni is the ideal one only if we end up selling Fermin for 90 million euros is a lot of money and can really make us move and navigate in a way that we have not seen before. And I would really like to see a back four of Bastoni, Kubarsi, Koundé, and Balde. That would be amazing, bro. I would be like jumping up and down. I'll call John Laporta a legend forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a bigger legend than Messi. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, that's going to be the news for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.